Welcome to Practice Profit. This presentation answers one question that many of us ask ourselves as commissioned salespeople or independent business people. How do I close the gap between my current income and my desired income? The Practice Profit turnkey system closes the gap by instituting the following principle: sell nothing in order to sell more. A contradiction in terms, or the answer to one of the greatest obstacles in achieving sales success: earning the trust of the prospect. We assume that what we sell is something the prospect will need, and therefore it is up to us to convince the prospect to buy it using our utmost intellect, confidence, and energy. Unfortunately, the prospect has a built-in defense mechanism to resist the sale, and this resistance leads to an adversarial sale. This is why most people resist a career in sales, not because they are not able to sell, but because they are adversarial intolerant. By shifting the focus from selling something to identifying the prospect's pain through understanding and discovery, the root of resistance is now removed. How does this work? Identification by examination. The first step to any problem solving is identification. Think of the Practice Profit turnkey system as the chief examiner. Now that we are no longer encumbered by what we are selling, we can now examine all facets of the business and identify all of its pain points. This is what the Practice Profit turnkey system does. It identifies what we call the waste factory in every type of business. The waste factory represents a myriad of pain points that can now be quantified in terms of lost revenue. The process of quantification is the special sauce behind the system. Never before has a business been able to understand the real cost behind its pain points. The following is an example of how a waste factory is identified in a medical practice. As you can see, the waste factory never stops running. That's why it is important to understand the drivers behind it and quantify the cost of running the waste factory in real dollars. Real dollars that are floating out of the practice. Real dollars that can be converted back into retained profits. The drivers are captured in the various systems used to run the practice, beginning with the practice management system, which holds the key to revenue maximization, to accounting, which contains the secrets to containing costs, to payroll, revealing key measurements to your number one cost component, labor, and finally, from the minds of your staff, unlocking the door to increasing staff morale and productivity. The activity never stops, and the data that feeds the waste factory can be overwhelming. However, we have harnessed that data to eliminate the waste factory by identifying and measuring its output. The output comes in many different forms. We look at RVUs, performance gaps, benchmarks, charges and purchases, staff productivity, processes, and over 300 key measurements. In the end, it means one thing to the practice: money lost. Case studies have demonstrated significant waste factories that are wasting as much as 30% off the operation's bottom line. The waste factory is the gateway to financial recovery for all types of businesses, not just medical. It graduates you from advisor to trusted advisor. As a trusted advisor, you are in a position to make recommended solutions to your client. The Practice Profit turnkey system introduces a basic principle overlooked by businesses: you can't manage what you can't measure. With over 300 key measurements built into the examination, it is now possible to monitor performance measurements in order to recapture lost revenue. In addition, by monitoring the results of implemented solutions, accountability is brought to the process. The Practice Profit turnkey system offers a package of benefits to close the gap between your current income and desired income. The following benefits differentiates the system from any value-added reseller program in the market by increasing your closing rate, increasing per client average revenue, establishing reoccurring revenue, expanding client reach, network lead generation, got your back support, and 100% turnkey system. These key benefits, along with other questions you may have about the program, can be discussed directly with me by taking the next step. This will require some information from you. By clicking on the Practice Profit web form link, you'll be taken to an online questionnaire. Complete all the fields and you will receive an email confirmation with additional instructions. Feel free to contact us directly with any questions about this process. We thank you for your time.